Hello, friends. Healing Grasshopper here to do a pick a card reading for you for April 2025. So, the question is, what direction is my life going in this month? So, we've got pile number one, Pyrite, pile number two, Herkimer Diamond, three is Septarian. So if you feel drawn to more than one pile, that's okay. You can choose both. Just choose the one that resonates with you the strongest last so that it stays with you. Okay? I'll give you a moment now to choose. Speak to you soon. Okay, so for those of you who chose Pyrite, pile number one, let's see what we got. Adventure, Guardian Angel. Sagittarius just came to mind. No. Uh, adventurous synonymous with Sagittarius. So listen. Listen to your guardian angels, huh? Okay, so I already see where this is going. Let's see what tarot says. My little Echevarria lead to obscure the letters, the words rather. Okay. Isn't it so pretty? This is real. Oh, I love plants. Succulents especially my favorite. Spirit, what do you have to tell us about this group that needs to listen to their guardian angels? Hold on. I get my pendulum. Is this reversed? No. I didn't think so. I didn't feel like it was supposed to be. Okay. Four more cards, please, Spirit. Well, these are all ours. Or is Hierophant in the center? No. Okay. One more. So, Page of Cups being in the middle of your, because we're going to put another card here in a moment, in the middle of your reading, is talking about trusting your intuition, pretty much, trusting your heart, which is what this is talking about. There is a heart's desire that you have here that you are moving towards, and you're really thinking about taking the step. The Hierophant is telling me this is probably work. Or, oh boy, can be either a marriage or a romantic attachment. We're going to see in a moment. One more card, please, Spirit. Well, oh, okay. Hold on. The devil is reversed. Yes. We have the tower too. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty clear message. So we have the devil here, and the tower is our extra card here. Are we talking mostly work here? No, we're talking romance for most of you. Some of you, it's work. Yeah. Okay. So we have two groups here. Work group, any other groups? Business partners, perhaps? Okay. So this is kind of either work or some kind of partnership, um, either business or romance, right? Which it's all pretty much the same. It is very clear that there is that it's not working, okay? And this is not a surprise to any of you. This has been going on for a while. No surprises here. But you're kind of overwhelmed by your next step that you know that you have to take. There might be a lot of things involved. For the romance folks who are married, um, Hierophant kind of points to marriage a lot of the time. Um, we could be talking about divorce, and divorce is obviously not pleasant, but on the practical side, there's a lot to do, you know, with legalities and whatnot, and that can feel really daunting. But Spirit is saying it's time to go. You know, you have to go. Listen to your heart. And you know this is toxic. We have the devil reversed, which screams toxicity. You know this is not healthy for you. And you feel that you feel very trapped, but you're not trapped. You have all the power in the universe, almost literally behind you. If you want to get out of this, do it. it. Will it be easy? No. But will you have plenty of help? Yes. And, while you're in it, taking one step at a time, it won't feel as bad as it seemed in the beginning. I just had a thought of a place in the town that I grew up where um, there are these two hills that there's a road that goes in between, it goes through one hill and then dips down into somewhat of a valley and then goes up the next hill. And as you're on the top of one hill looking down the road, the second hill looks enormous, like, oh my God, I have to walk all the way up that hill, you know. But once you start progressing into this odd optical illusion and you start to get down into the valley, it somehow evens out and the hill suddenly becomes not as high looking as it was when you were standing on the top of the other hill. I hope that makes sense, but that's what I thought of and that comes to mind often when I talk about things that are daunting. Spirit will put that in my head because, it was right by my school, and sometimes I would be walking with some people who have never seen this road before, and every single one of them are always like, oh my God, we have to walk all the way over there, and I had to reassure them, no, 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 I promise it's not as bad as you think it is. That's this. Like, it's okay. It's going to be fine. Um, the tower. So the tower is very, very important here at the end, right? I asked for 5 cards. I got an extra one, and it's the tower. So this is spirit saying, if you don't do this, then the universe is going to do it. And I know that sounds awful, like I'm issuing a threat to you, or the universe is issuing a threat to you, but that's what towers are all about. That is when the universe comes in and shuts something down. So either you shut it down or the universe is going to shut it down. It's going to be shut down. So those of you who are, starting in this stage over here, because this is a whole journey here that we're looking at. Those of you who are over here on your horse wondering whether or not to go, the universe is kind of smacking the horse on the butt, like, go, you know? Um, those of you over here, um, and those of you who follow me know this is like one of my very favorite cards. I call this the heroic card because this guy is walking away from all these upright cups. They're upright and they're lovely and everything, but this guy knows intuitively that he needs to go and that there's something better for him elsewhere, you know? So, and who in their right mind would walk away from all these lovely upright cups? This person, because he's listening to his higher self and his spirit guides. It's time to go. Okay. So, those of you who are here, don't look back, because I know that there's a lot of doubt here. And there doesn't need to be. So, do we have tarot clarification? Yes. Okay. Any other advice cards? No, just tarot clarification. Okay. This is Lenormand, so we need tarot. Well, Two of Cups. This is saying two things. Number one, sometimes, especially for the younger folks here, because some of you are not necessarily married, this can just be a dating situation. You can feel like in a, oh, and I haven't addressed the business folks, but there's everything that I just said, you can just apply to your business partnership. It's really the same thing. Um, Hold on just a second. Okay. So I just wanted to know if there was like any special or separate messages for the business folks. The answer is no. It's pretty much the same. Things are not going well. It's toxic. It's not working. Time to go. Anyway, so Two of Cups. We've got um Spirit wants to address these people who feel like this was your person, the only person for you, and what are you going to do without them, and looking at the potential of the relationship, and if this person would just blank, then things would be great and that kind of thing, and this is the love of my life, my greatest love, I'll never find another, that kind of thing. Spirit is saying nonsense. That feeling will wear off. I know that feeling, by the way. There was the love of my life years ago. I was in my 20s. Um, I really felt like this person was the most special person in the world, and I could never find another person like this. I mean, when I tell you lovesick over this person, ridiculous. And made me do cuckoo things. Just now that I look back, and I really did feel when I knew it was time to walk away, I was forced to walk away. Um, I was heartbroken in a way that I can't even describe. Like, I felt like my life was over, right? I promise you that that wears off. It takes a little bit of time once it's like emotional wounds are like physical wounds. When there's still big gaping gashes, they hurt, and and you have to go through the healing stage. Once you get through that healing stage, I promise you're going to look back at this situation like, that was so dumb. What an idiot. Like, not you, the other person. Like, I can't believe I gave this much time to that person, and that kind of thing. I promise. And there's no way to get you to resonate with what I'm saying. You feel the way you feel, I get it. But just know that it's going to change. The other message in here is that it does not, there's toxicity here, but take the high road. It doesn't need to be ugly, is what Spirit is saying as well. Okay? Because as toxic as this person is, I promise you, there is a way. You are strong enough to make it so that your energy is protected and there's not like this onslaught of low vibration and that kind of thing. They can behave however they want to behave. You need to just adjust your behavior accordingly to protect yourself. Anyway, so okay, you have one more card. Ju- wow, judgment. So judgment, and it's funny that it flew right here too. Um, this is spirit here. This is spirit reassuring you that through every step that you take in this journey, spirit will be with you. And whenever you feel that stuckness, just, I know this sounds dramatic, but look up to the heavens. Just ask your spirit guide for guidance, and you'll be very surprised at how the right idea comes to you in the moment. Okay, guys? It's going to be okay. You're going to get through it. And we can do it together, because I know this message is going to come up again. Because it has. I've had this message for the past handful of years that come up every now and then. There are a lot of people, and then of course I can go into the whole Gaia ascension and how there are a lot of people departing. Not departing in life, there are, but departing relationships. And I often have dreams of airports and train stations and that kind of thing. I really feel this parting of individuals where paths are diverting, you know. This is definitely what's happening here. You guys are not on the same path. There are two different paths destined for you. It's time to separate and go on your own path now. So that's what all of this is talking about. And the universe being there to guide you. There's an angel named Pathiel that can help you along the way to help you not get lost along the way, that kind of thing. So I'm very sorry, guys, for how you feel. I promise you it's going to get better. I will speak to you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Hit the notification bell because there are a lot more readings to come. You can have a look at the monthly readings for your sun, moon, rising, north node signs. Um, and I will speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number 2, Herkimer Diamonds, let's see what we have. Support, Guardian Angel. vision. I just heard Pisces. There are quite a few Pisceans watching. If there are Pisceans watching, if you can, in the comment section, just write Pisces, so I know you're there. And if it resonates, I'd love to hear from you guys. I love comments and I answer everyone. Potential. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. See, I knew it when I saw vision. Okay, let's see what tarot says. But I mean, at face value here, you have a vision. There is something like a business that you want to start, a book that you want to write, something that you have in your head that you're inventing, something new and disruptive in your life in the world. And by disruptive, I mean that in the best sense. Um, that feels a little daunting or scary. It always feels like that when you have a fresh idea, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? How is this going to work? Is this going to even be successful? All those doubtful thoughts, natural thoughts, but we're not going to let those thoughts get in the way of our progress. Let's see what we got. 5 cards, please, for this group. Spirit, please. Wow. Reversed? No. Here's the King of Cups. They're talking about exactly what I said about not letting that emotion hinder us. 2 of Swords in the center. Yeah. Strength. Yeah, man. One more. So 4 of Pentacles here. We've got hesitation and overthinking, which of course is natural. Everybody does this. And there's a vicious cycle of you overthinking, you beating yourself up for overthinking, and you're not starting. Beating yourself up for not starting, and like, what is wrong with me? Why am I, freaking out? Type thoughts. Eh, give yourself a break. It's all right. That's the way you're supposed to feel. We're gonna get you unstuck though, because you got some good stuff coming. Ace of Wands reversed. No. Okay. Right, so overthinking here. We've got to work through that because this is not serving you. King of Cups is about not these two are related to each other here. Where King of Cups is saying it's encouraging you to take on the King of Cups energy, which is one who does not let his emotions guide his decisions. And in this case the emotion is fear, right? King of Cups is not going to let fear impede him. He thinks with his his head and his heart, and knows how to calm his ego and his lower chakras down, right? And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, lower chakras, I'm talking about your root chakra and your sacral chakra that are involved in your ego and your survival mechanism that you have inside of you, right? That's trying to protect you from disaster and that kind of thing. And sacral chakra is like your confidence, right? So King of Cups, although acknowledges his lower chakras, is not going to let those chakras lead him through everything. He's going to have equal measure of heart chakra and the upper chakras, right? So heart chakra being your intuition and your connection with your higher self and your spirit guides, and then there's your third chakra that does the same thing, crown chakra, the downloads from spirit, right? Which are very important because that's guidance, right? But if you're like this, you're those downloads are going to be blocked. So we've got to calm this down. Two of Swords, indecision. I'm tongue tied today. I don't know why. Let's have a sip of water. Maybe that'll help. Not this water. Well, not water, iced tea. Okay. Um, okay. Inner strength. Part of the strength card is about courage, right? Being scared and nervous, but proceeding anyway. But also acknowledging one's fears and, you know, there can be a quiet little meditation ritual that you do with yourself. That's focusing on the lower part of your body where your genitals are up to where your belly button is, just above your belly button. Um, and visualizing white light there and talking to it. Thank you for protecting me. But all is well, and we will proceed forward. You know, there's no need to hesitate now. We're okay, right? And that doesn't mean that it's going to fix everything right away, but the more you do it, you'll start to notice, like, wow, I feel better. So just try it. Ace of Wands. We've got the Just Do It card. This is the Nike card. This is Spirit saying, here you go. This is the idea. You have the idea in your head. Well, no, this isn't the idea. Idea would be the sword. But this is the action card. Like, let's go. This is A, B, and C that you need to do next. Um, okay. Do we need we have tarot clarification coming? Yes. 5 cards? You have 2 cards. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay. Just 2 cards. 2 cards. Yeah. Okay. We got the Four of Cups and the Tower. So the Four of Cups is your lack of confidence. Don't let your lack of this isn't a real tower in the tower sense of like something. The tower talks about the universe coming in and shutting something down, right? And a lot of the times it can feel or genuinely be like catastrophic in one's life or shocking and that kind of thing. But that's not what this tower is saying. This is like, don't let your indecision and your fear wreck this really great opportunity, is what it's saying. Okay? So, oh, the Pisces thing. So, the astrologers talk about Pluto that has entered um, Aquarius in November, I believe, after being in Capricorn for a long time, which was very difficult for all of the signs. But Aquarius, Pluto entering Aquarius is all about um, disruption and new innovations and, you know, lots of change, right? And in the center of this change is said that Pisceans are going to have a very large role in this change. So but that doesn't exclude anyone, by the way. So I'm not just talking to Pisceans, but you Pisceans out there need to listen a little closer than everyone else. If this is you and you are Piscean, you have to understand that the universe is really counting on you. There are important things that you need to get on with. Let's go. I'm really surprised that the chariot card didn't come out. Like, Spirit is really saying, let's go, get in the car. It's time for us to go now and get some things done. Okay? Pisces. And you guys kind of wallow in this kind of indecision, dreamy kind of over planning too much. Um, it's time to be the, you know, the doer instead of the dreamer, because you guys are very good at dreamers, and that's why you're in this position. You are dreaming of something that has enormous potential. These aren't just dreams. Okay, guys? So let's switch it over to the other signs, right? It means exactly the same thing. There are things in your lives that are trying to change. For the past handful of years, it's been very, very difficult. Um, and now the clouds are starting to part. And there might be a period where things seem kind of cuckoo, but it's because it's like a reshuffling of your life where things are going to be very different in the coming years. And by the way, Pluto will be in Aquarius for 20 years, right? So this is like a new era for all of us. Okay, so be excited. Don't be scared or apprehensive. Yeah, we're going to go through some things that are going to might be difficult or whatever. But as you're going through the difficulty, remind yourself that, you know, it's kind of like a wrecking ball, right? You wrecking an old building, and when it's being wrecked, it's messy and, disruptive, and there's a lot of cleaning up to do. But soon there's going to be a beautiful new house there. So when you're in the wrecking ball stage and things seem like they're crashing down around you, remember that there's going to be a beautiful new life coming up to be erected soon. Okay? So looking forward to hearing you about what resonates and what doesn't and what's going on in your life in the comments. I answer every single one of you because I enjoy hearing from you and engaging with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps me with the algorithm that's been very unkind to us lately. So it'll help the channel greatly. And I will talk to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings. Okay. So those of you who chose pile number 3, Septarian, we have Epiphany, higher self. trust, go within. Okay. So I'm sure that a lot of you who chose three also chose two, I'm guessing. And if you didn't, you might want to go back and listen to two as well. Because I can already see that there's something that has come to you like a download, epiphany, that you need to trust and you really need to unpack and assess going within, right? Because in pile two, I was talking about the new era that we've just moved into, where Pluto has left Capricorn, that was in Capricorn for the past 20 years in November, left Capricorn and entered Aquarius for good for the next 20 years. And Aquarius brings innovation, Pluto brings change. So all of us are kind of having these or starting to have, not well, not quite yet, but we're going to start to see a big disruptions in our life, changes and that kind of thing. Like new jobs that we have to move across the country, um, a sudden idea for an invention, an idea for a new job, a book that you just thought of writing, a million things that will change your life. Is this our first card? Ace of Wands. Okay. Ace of Wands came out for the last reading on strength too. So two, for sure. You guys need to listen to pile number two. Um, three more cards, please, Spirit. None of the others. No? Okay. Okay, you got 10 of cups in the middle of your reading here. Sent you five cards. This is the middle. We need two more. Ten of cups is emotional fulfillment, right? So this disruption that I'm talking about is going to bring you your heart's desire. Wow, King of Cups also came out in the first reading. The second reading, sorry. Pile number two. One more, please, Spirit. Two of Wands. Okay. Upright. Yes. Okay. So there's a thought of some kind of change that you really need to trust. And when a card like this comes out, it's because there's doubt, obviously. Ace of Wands, again, from pile number two, I was calling it the Just Do It card. Let's go. There's some action that needs to be taken here. Strength is courage. Even though you may have doubts or fears, that you need to push through them. Don't let your doubts and fears be the boss here. They're not the boss. You're the boss. And we're going to take control of those fears and doubts, and push forward anyway. Why? Because we've got this emotional fulfillment waiting for us in the center of the reading. Ten of Cups, again, this is overcoming your fears and doubts and not letting them, you know, rule your actions. Two of Wands is about making, oh, okay, I just saw, okay. All this is saying because you've got Two of Wands and the Ace of Wands on either side of this reading. All the Two of Wands is saying you making the choice to move forward. Every day that you don't move forward is, a day less that you're not on your journey towards your emotional fulfillment. The faster you start moving towards it, the closer you'll be. Um, let's do some tarot clarification. Do we have any more advice cards? No. Okay. So we just have tarot. So Spirit, what's the epiphany and what's the direction that we're moving in here for pile number 3? Wait, I've got a card out of place here. Oh, oh, look at this, Ten of Cups. We're gonna take that as a double card there. Oops. This double Ten of Cups is like Spirit saying, you heard me. Yeah, emotional fulfillment. That's what I said. Okay, let's see. Reversed? No. Queen of Cups next to the Strength card. This is okay, but no. This one. This one? No. We have more cards coming. Okay. We have one more. Please. Okay. Chariot. Oh, you see? Okay, so in pile number 2, these aren't reversed, right? No. Okay. So, guys, in pile number 2, I said, I'm surprised the chariot didn't come out. Right at the end of the reading, too. I was like, I'm surprised the chariot didn't come out because, I see a car. Like, Spirit is saying, get in the car. It's time to go. Let's go. Right? And there it is. We're talking to the same group of people. So, okay, Queen of Cups by the Strength card here is Queen of Cups is very good at protecting her heart and her energy and that kind of thing. Here between the Ace of Wands and the Strength card is kind of like this is Spirit addressing your fear and your doubts. Like it's okay, you're strong enough, you can do it. You've got all of the right coping mechanisms to move forward. And what are the coping mechanisms? Your inner strength, your your skills in whatever this is. Um your inner confidence. You know you can do this, even though you have doubts. Like let's say there's an invention that you have in your head, and you're like, I don't know if this is going to work, but you're an engineer. You could do this. or what, like you've got the skills. It's whatever it is that you need to build it. You already have that inner knowing, that skill to do it. Um, you've got your angels and your spirit guides and the universe behind you to guide you. So there's no need to fear, is what Queen of Cups is saying. Three of Cups goes over here with the Ten of Cups. There are, this isn't going to be just emotionally fulfilling for yourself, but also there are people whose lives that you're going to touch when you do this. You're going to be improving other people's lives too, not just your own. I mean, how more fabulous can that be? Knowing that you've helped other people too. It's amazing. Like, you guys who are thinking of writing a book or whatever, and you're like, is anyone ever going to read this book? This is the kind of thing where you're going to have people coming to you or writing comments or emails like, this book changed my life. That kind of thing is the Three of Cups saying. Okay? Chariot. Let's go. I mean, there's nothing else to say about this than that. Spirit is saying, let's get on with it. So let's reach within to see what the next step is and trust your instincts and your intuition. I mean, that's really the message, guys. Okay? Looking forward to hearing from you in the comments. Because I answer everyone with enthusiasm. It's like Christmas morning to me, the comments. I love it. But don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot to me since we've been having trouble with the algorithm lately. Which is very discouraging, but I'm pushing through it. I love you guys. Love, light, many blessings. Speak to you soon.